Hey there guys, this is Sarah from Sarah's Seoul Church coming to you from my apartment in Seoul, South Korea. Sorry that it's a little bit messy. I've barely left the place for a couple of days, so yeah, it's looking a little lived in right now because it is. So just to update you guys on some statistics, these are all things that you can look up yourself, but in case you haven't had the chance to, according to the Korean CDC, there are about 3,526 confirmed cases of the coronavirus 2019 in South Korea, with about 82 of those being in Seoul. And as was the case in my past videos, most of the cases are still in Daegu. So today, because I haven't been really doing anything exciting, I thought maybe I would give some perspective on some things that I personally don't like about this situation. Obviously this isn't a good situation. Everything is just really confusing. But for those of you who are at home, or maybe for those of you who are watching from within Korea, you can maybe empathize, I don't know. So obviously, number one, the thing that I hate the most about this situation, that people are getting sick and in some case dying from this disease. The fatality rate is, from what I've heard, it's holding up at around 2%, which is not great. Obviously, like, anyone dying unnecessarily is a bad thing. But most of my other reasons are things that have kind of affected me a little bit more in a personal way so far. So, of course, I've been lucky. I have not contracted the coronavirus. No one that I know of has contracted it. So I'm very lucky in this regard, and please don't take this as me like trivializing the way more serious effects of this. But yeah, so number two, I kind of feel I'm still kind of conflicted on whether or not I should go home to the United States. I need to figure out if I'm going to use my ticket that I bought for March 9th probably by tonight. I'm still, I keep oscillating back and forth on what would be the right choice, because the thing is, if I leave as a Korean government scholarship recipient, I cannot come back on a student visa until August, so it'd be like 6 months of limbo, and I would lose my apartment. I don't have to put all my stuff in storage, and it's a logistical nightmare. If I had the option of leaving for 1 or 2 months, and then just come back after that, I would do that. I would just pay the rent to keep my stuff where it is. But yeah. And then secondly, some people are saying that the coronavirus is already in the United States and we just don't know how many cases there are because people are not getting tested, which I think is a very real possibility. In South Korea, they're being super proactive in testing people. So, yes, the numbers look bad. Yes, there are a lot of confirmed cases of coronavirus in South Korea, but the thing is, if they were not testing people, if they were not actively, trying to find people who have the virus, I think the situation would be way worse. And here they're giving out, they're testing people for coronavirus for free. Or if you're just paranoid, even if you haven't come in contact with anyone who's been confirmed to have the virus or who's in quarantine, you can pay, I think it's $150 to just get some peace of mind. But yeah, in the States, I've heard that corona tests are going for between $1,000 and $3,500, which is insane. So I'm kind of if the coronavirus is already in America, then maybe I'm just better off here, because at least here, if I do contract the virus, I can get treated for free because I have insurance here. I don't have insurance in the United States that I know of anyway, so that would obviously be a lot more expensive. So yeah, just going back and forth, it's very tiring. That's my second reason. Third reason, so on the rare occasion that I do leave the house, I'm usually wearing some kind of mask. You've seen them in my other videos that I've made about the situation. And I mentioned this in my last video, but I never realized, so I'm from the southern United States, from a really rural small town, and I never realized how big a part of my culture it was to smile at people as you pass them on the street, or whenever you just made eye contact with them. But I can't do that now because I'm in a mask, and I don't know, I feel less connected to people just overall because of that. Also aside, people are kind of avoiding each other, and rightly so. They should be doing that. Social distancing, as I've heard, is the best way to prevent the spread of the virus, but still, it's a bummer. I don't know. I like smiling at people, and I feel like I kind of want to tell them, be like, hey, like I'm smiling, but you just can't see me. You can't see it because I'm wearing a mask, but like that'd be a psychotic thing to do. So I won't do that, but I don't know, I don't know, it's a bummer. I don't like it. Number 4, I'm bored all the time because I'm not going out, I'm not seeing a lot of like my friends and stuff. So I literally have spent the past 2 days making an Excel spreadsheet of Korean New Wave religions. That's what I've been doing because I'm so bored. So the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm really interested in like the influence that Korean New Wave religions or cults, however you want to put it, the effect that they've had on Korea politically. So like this whole coronavirus situation is like largely attributed to a religion called the Shincheonji. And then like in the past we've had other political crises like the Park Geun-hye scandal that was caused by a different New Wave religion / cult, however you want to put it. And then also prior to that, the sinking of the Seoul ferry was attributed to a company that was run by a different cult. So it's like, what is up with all these cults in South Korea? Why do they have so much political power? I want to find out. So that's what I'm kind of like doing my own little private research project on that, and I might make a video about it later. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing that sort of thing in the comment section below. But yeah, I'm just so bored, and like I don't know, I just want to go out and do stuff, but I can't and I shouldn't. But yeah, it's still very boring. I'm not gonna lie. Number 5. The weather has been beautiful, and I can't go outside and enjoy it. It's such a bummer. So I actually looked at those pollution statistics for this year, and it seems like throughout like January, February, the pollution has been like significantly less than it was. Maybe it's because of like the time of year or like wind patterns or whatever, or I don't know. Some people are saying it's because factories in China / in South Korea were shut down because of the virus. I don't know the reason. I'm not a scientist, but either way, I mean, it's been so nice out, and like I want to go outside. It's been cold all winter, and like it's been like 15-20 degrees Celsius lately, so that's like early spring weather, and I just want to go outside, but I can't do that without like wearing a mask, and I shouldn't go outside. Well, I want to. It's a pain. And then so number 7. NIED, or the 국제교육원, which is like the International Institute of Education here in South Korea, they are the ones who administer my scholarship, and they have been super slow at giving students information on how, like, what we should do, what our options are, how to take advantage of those options. So like some schools are letting people take like 1 or 2 month break and do some classes online. Other schools have not given their students any information whatsoever since this like breakout started, which I think is insane. Like these students need to know whether or not they can or should go home, and I don't know, the lack of coordinated information campaign on the part of NIED and the schools, it's frankly irresponsible. I think the Korean government, like at large, I think has been doing like a pretty decent job of keeping people updated, but I'm pretty disappointed with NIED's handling of the situation. Maybe you disagree with me. You can let me know in the comments, but yeah. Second to lastly, number 8, there's been like a lot of, I mean, ever since it started really, and it's no secret, but like just a lot of like racism and animosity. So before we had the big breakout here in Korea, a lot of people were making, I don't know, kind of crappy remarks about Chinese people because the disease started in China. And like this is both South Koreans and like fellow foreigners. They're like, oh, like I hope I don't get placed with a Chinese roommate or whatever. Like, and if the Chinese student was like in the same room as you, that means they already went through the 14-day quarantine. But like now the tables have turned, and now people are being racist against Koreans too. But I don't know, some Koreans were like not allowing like Western-looking people into their establishments because they were afraid we were gonna spread the virus, even though that like has not happened yet. But whatever. So yeah, these are the reasons that I dislike this whole situation. Obviously, there are a lot of other reasons too. If you're sitting at home bored, frustrated at the situation, you can let me know why you are in the comment section below. So everybody, have a wonderful day. Hopefully the situation gets better. I don't know. But see you guys later. Bye.